This next adjustment is a seated thumb radius push, distal forearm grasp for a P to A glide restriction in pronation of the radial head. So this adjustment, remember, we wanted, when palpating a patient's arm, having their arm way out to the side like this can make them nervous or anxious, and so we want to try to eliminate that as best we can, and the way we're going to do this again is by bringing that arm out in front of the patient. If they can see us, sometimes that makes them or allows them to relax a little bit easier. This is a seated thumb. So my patient is seated, I'm going to use my thumb on the radial head and I'm going to push it P to A, and I'm going to add pronation to help me out with that push. So what that looks like is this. If my patient is here, I'm going to pronate her hand here, palpate that radial head. I'm going to use a thumb contact only on that radial head as I provide a force and push through, okay? Now it's important to note that I am using this grasp here, but my primary energy is going straight through that thumb. Resist the idea or the temptation to take this distal contact and use it as a lever. Remember, levers amplify force, and we don't want to amplify force on a radial head. We're not trying to use that much force here. Remember, it's just a light palpation so that we get a little bit of an in-range feel. We're stabilizing down here on that distal forearm. We'll load up through that thumb contact and push straight through with the thumb, okay? This was a seated thumb radius push, distal forearm grasp for P to A glide restriction in pronation of the radial head.